So the statement says she has twice as many dimes as quarters. So if I'm comparing dimes to quarters, she has more on this side of the equation than she does this. Think of the equals as a balance. Right now, it's heavy on this side because she has more dimes. So to balance it out, I put the 2 on the quarter side. Now it's balanced. So if she has 1/4, according to this formula, if I plug in a 1 for Q, that gives her 2 times 1, or 2 dimes. If I put in 2/4, that's going to balance out to 2 times 2, or 4 dimes. Another way to look at it, and we talked about in class, is you can solve for Q by dividing both sides by 2. And that's what we did in class. We said Q is equal to D over 2, and then we substituted out in our equation where it said 0.25 Q. We took out the Q and put in D over 2. Same idea here. She has 34 more nickels than dimes. So we're comparing nickels and dimes. Right now, it's heavy on this side with nickels because she has more nickels. To balance it out, we add 34 to this side. So we've got nickels equals dimes plus 34. Now it's balanced out with this equals, whereas before it was unbalanced because you had more nickels than dimes. All right. So then again, in your equation that we said you attach the money values to it, 0.05 N plus 0.10 D plus 0.25 Q, and your total I think was $5. You substitute out N for D plus 34. The D is fine, but then you substitute out the Q, and in our problem the Q happened to be the D over 2. So you're taking all of this out and putting in the other name in terms of D. The reason we're doing D is because in the problem it mentioned dimes twice in relationship to the other coins. So we left the D alone and changed out the Q and the N. And then solve for D. Once you solve for D, then you can plug back in and add 34 to it, and that gives you the number of nickels. Or you can come up here and take half of that D, and that's going to give you the Q value. But you've got to balance out, and I think that's where you were getting confused, is you've got to balance, the variables. Which variable had the most to start with, all right, and then balance it out. Twice as many dimes as quarters. This side was heavy, so we put the 2 on this side. 34 more nickels than dimes. This side was heavy, so we added the 34 to the other side.